Well, this is the new garden. I have been working hard on it. I still have some more things I need to add. You notice my little arches there. I've got 6 of those, and they take an hour a piece to put them together, and they are monsters. I hate them. I love them for my garden, but I hate to put them together. But anyway, everything's doing okay so far. Everything's not overgrown. So anyway, I've got some Swiss chard here, some kale. These are some of my heirloom tomato plants here. Got some green, I think there's a green zebra, and that's a Juliet right there. This one is a green zebra, and Florida pink, and a golden delicious right there. So I've got one per square foot, and hopefully this 2 trellises here will hold them up. We'll see. I'm trying to plant some medicinal herbs this year too. So I've got this little milk thistle, and then over here I have some feverfew right there, and some hyssop, some broccoli plants. This is one of my heirloom green bean plants. It's called Thai long bean, and it's a bush plant. So that's coming up. And I have really been enjoying some of my asparagus. Every day I come out and take a few stalks, and I actually collected some one week, the whole week. So I had a good pound of it to serve with some fish and stuff like that. We had my brother and family over. This right here is the purple passion, and it is yummy. It turns green when you cook it, but it's real tender, like a little asparagus steak or something. It's very good. So I can probably start clipping a few more stalks today. Some of these I just let go ahead and get big. I actually cut back a lot more. I read that you should go ahead and cut back your spears, just so the crowns will have more energy to put into the asparagus versus your ferns. You don't want to have like tons of energy going into the ferns. That's just what I read, so we'll see. Hopefully I'll get a good harvest. My blueberry bushes, I've got them covered up with netting to keep the birds out. Looks like I've got quite a few blueberries in there. I need to water this plant though, I think. It needs some water. Let's see, we've got some of my tomato plants I put out. If you'll recall, I had started some of my tomato plants in December, and I ended up putting those in my windowsill. They got very tall and leggy, and they even started blooming inside my window. So I pinched off the blooms. I came out here and I planted them, and they're doing very well. They're starting to set more blooms. This one right here is called a Uncle Mark Bagby, and it's an heirloom tomato plant. It's supposed to do very well in warm climates. It's a potato leaf variety. If you'll notice, this leaf looks quite different than a beefsteak leaf. That's a regular leaf. This is a potato leaf, and this particular tomato plant was brought back from Germany in 1919 to Kentucky by a man named Mark Bagby, and his grandnieces have been growing it, and maybe they just donated the seed to Baker Creek. I'm not exactly sure, but that's where I got the seed. So I hope it does as well as it looks like it's going to do. I mean, it's just pumping out the blooms, and this year I'm going to try to stay on top of my blooms. If you notice, in the past I've had a problem with them dropping because of the heat. My blooms would just drop off before they produce tomatoes. So I bought some tomato blossom spray, which is recommended by my neighbor. So I'm going to try to use that, be a little bit proactive on the blooms this year. I've got my arch here, and I'm using this as a trellis for this tomato plant to grow up and around. And I've got, like I said, 4 more. I'm going to use it for beans and more tomatoes and things like that. Over here I have some of my pepper plants I started from seed, and I've moved these out. Right there is cucumber plants. No, I'm sorry, that's cantaloupe. So the intention as I stated before in my other video was to let these grow over into that box and just let them vine out in there. Have some more cantaloupe vines over there. I mean, it's really, this little 4x4 area is not enough room, but I may end up putting like a little trellis or an arch or something. I'll just experiment to see how well it does. I'm also doing some cucumbers right over there on the edge of that box. I have a watermelon and a cucumber vines, and then there's some more cucumbers right there and a honeydew melon. So this is my prize box. For some reason, some of my boxes just do much more better than the other ones. I have no idea if I just put a magic compost in here or what, but my tomato plants are, this is another, two more of those Uncle Mark Bagbies right here. Look at the blooms on those. It's supposed to produce an 8 to 12 ounce tomatoes, pink tomatoes. So I have those. This is the heirloom cabbage. And then right there is a Siberian kale, right there. And my broccoli is starting to head up there. I just harvested a bunch of these green onions. So sweet. And some of them are going to seed. So I'm going to try to harvest that seed, see if I can use it. Let's see. Over here, lettuce. I made a wonderful salad last night. This is a pack of seeds I got from Seeds of Change, was the name of the company. And that's called Outrageous. Really good. It's like a red leaf romaine or something. I'm not sure, but it's really good. I've started to top off some of my basil plants. You notice right there, I cut off the main top part of it. So now it'll start shooting out on the sides and become a little bush. So I went ahead and did that to my basil plants. I have like 3 or 4 of them. As a matter of fact, in each box, I am planting basil to kind of help with the insect problems. So this one I've planted Thai basil. I have a Thai basil right there as well. You'll notice way over there is a basil, sweet basil. Right there, another sweet basil. So I am doing that. You notice I planted a lot of marigolds too, everywhere, to try to help with the insects. And at the base of each tomato plant, I planted a carrot. Supposedly that's supposed to be a very good companion plant for tomatoes. Well, the name of the book I bought on companion planting is called Carrots Love Tomatoes. So I decided to try it out. So at the root of each one of my plants, I put a little carrot, and I also used some organic bone meal and put a couple teaspoons of that in each hole when I planted my tomato plants, and they love that. A little bone meal. You can get the organic at the, it's called organic bone meal at either Lowe's or Home Depot. Let's see. This right here is a little cow peas. It's an heirloom little purple pea that I loved when I was growing up, and I'm hoping this is what it was because I ate these all the time when I was little. And so I'm hoping I found the seed because I can't buy them in a grocery store. I can't buy them anywhere. I guess we used to get them at the farmer's market where I lived when I was little. So this is a pole bean. And so I've tied a little string in my arch so it'll have something to grab onto. And I planted them also right here. You can see through my shadow right there. And so hopefully those will grow up and over. And I've had a bit of a little slug problem, I think, in this bed. Went ahead and planted some more of the little cow peas yesterday, and hopefully those will come up in the next couple of days. But something's kind of been munching on these, so I treated it with some slug bait. If you'll notice those little blue pellets, that's slug bait. And I got it from Gardens Alive. It's natural. My little sweet peas are doing wonderfully. I found the perfect little trellis. This is the perfect size for sweet peas. They won't really need to get any taller than that. I won't have to use one of my good tall ones that I like to use for my tomato plants or my sweet peas. I got this Old Time Pottery. It was like $15, and the arches, I got them at Old Time Pottery also. Real cheap, made in China stuff, but they're perfect for what I need, and those were like $10 a piece. I think you can get them on eBay too if you're interested. So thanks for taking a look at my garden. Hope everybody out there is having a wonderful spring and getting dirty and playing in the soil and having fun.